My name's Heather Gavlak, and I've been coming to Adventure Church for about physically 6 months, 8 months in total. I found Adventure Church online in a dark place in my life where I was just overwhelmed with anxiety and worry and just the stress of being a mom and being an employee and, living, a certain type of life full of activity. So for me, Adventure Church was an outlet at first and then saved my life. Coming to Adventure Church physically the first time was nerve-wracking at best, and I walked in and I remember everyone was like, hello, how are you, who are you? And it felt like people wanted to know me, that I belonged here, that I'd been coming here forever even though it was my first time. And so I attended for a while. I felt nervous. I would see people volunteering, and in my normal life I do some volunteer work, so I felt nervous at first to volunteer because I was so new in faith and I felt I had to know everything about God or have something from that avenue to provide. But I finally Ryan jumped off the stage one day after service, and he said, hey, what do you think about getting involved in our youth ministry at Hype? It's on Wednesday nights. I think you'd be great. And I'm like, okay, because I'm a default yes person. So I said yes, and I showed up on Wednesday night, and it was just such an awesome experience. So after I got involved at Adventure Church, I think it's funny how the dynamic of everything changes. So I was surrounding myself with people that were in different walks with God, and so I was learning things, and I was able to confide in people that were going through the same thing as I was, and I really felt that it was the one area of my life that I was giving time to that was always positive. Like, I was walking in here, whether it was on Wednesday or Sunday or at some outside event that I had volunteered for, and it was always positive. There was no negativity. There was no drama. It was always just, you walk in and you feel good. The people around you feel good. They all have the same goals. They all have the same path, and they may be in different parts of that path. But for me, then I would walk out and I'm like, I feel so good. And then that bleeds into, you feel so good as a mom. You feel so good as an employee. You feel so good as a wife. And so I think it's the positivity that changed in my life, and I stopped focusing on bad things that happen and started figuring out how to make those positive things in my life. So if I can volunteer here 1 day a month, 5 days a month, whatever it turns out to be, 6 hours, 12 hours, whatever it is, if me being here allows Adventure Church to give that to somebody else, to change their life the way it changed mine, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show up, because if I show up and that means the doors are open for somebody like me at that time to come in, I wanna be there. So that's the only other reason that I volunteer, I guess. And I really like kids, and the high school kids make me laugh, all those things.